Hey guys, today is going to be a fun day. We're going to head just across the California border from Yuma, Arizona, because there's a couple long-term visitor areas that I want to check out. One of them is going to be Pilot Knob, and the other one is going to be the one I've heard the most about, which is Imperial Dam. I've heard that one's really nice, so I definitely want to check that one out. And also, there's a couple little spots I want to check out. They're going to be pretty neat, so you're not going to want to miss it. All right, well, it's a little late in the afternoon, and we're going to take a look at this place called Museum of History in Granite, uh, center of the world, I think, too. They kind of go by that. But it's in a small town of Felicity, and that's just right across the freeway from the Pilot Knob LTVA, and probably where I'll camp tonight somewhere over in that area. What's nice is that we're only about 8 miles from Yuma and just about 4 miles, something like that, past the border. You can kind of see it up here on the right. I like history, so I thought this would be pretty neat to stop by and just take a look. There's nobody here either. Looks like maybe one car. But yeah, since I like history, I wanted to see what this was all about. And there's like a little maze or something you can go through. Now it is kind of windy, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything too much. Wow, it's really windy. What does it say? Center of the World Plaza. All right. Well, there's actually a little more buildings than I kind of thought there were. See, you can look at the flag, see how windy it is, and it's on the cool side too. So the wind ought to cool it down nice tonight, huh? All right. Well, let me. Yeah, there's no. Oh, there's two cars. Uh-oh, it's a big rush. But anyways, let me find a place to get parked, and yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm kind of excited to see. You can see those granite walls there. Kind of excited about this. Oh, look at that pyramid. Well, we made it. Can't wait to check this place out. There's a museum at the entrance here that we're gonna go into. And this is gonna be interesting. It's kind of windy today, but that's cool, that chapel up there on the hill. And the wall for the ages, it's all in granite. This is gonna be interesting. So let's let's go check in at the entrance and get this one started. Oh, cool. I just saw this. There's like a spiral staircase to nothing. Cool. All right, here we go. Well, here's a good aerial view. And little complex of buildings there, and you can see the pyramid off in the distance there too. You can see that chapel and the little maze. So they've got some stuff to look at. There's a lot of walls too, man. That's a lot of history. And that's Interstate 8 headed towards San Diego. And there's some dispersed camping back there, and also there's a Pilot Knob LTVA. Pretty nice RV park right there too, isn't there? Man, that thing it's big. Looks kind of nice. Mexico off in the distance too is not too far. The border is really close. Heading back towards Yuma. It is some flat desert out here. Look at that. Well, it looks like they have had some runoff. Look at all those washes or those gullies carved by the water running down. Let's see here, it's 20 granite monuments, 700 plus educational panels, engraved with over 1,000 hand-etched illustrations. So the fees are, right now they're $10 per adult, $5 per child. And there's your summer, there's your seasons. October 7 to 7, and the winter 10 to 5. All right, boy, is it windy. We'll start here. There's it's a post office here, museum, shop. We'll see if there's anybody in there, but you have to pay cash or use their QR code. Oh, this is cool. How accurate is this thing here? That's pretty close. Does this thing work off of Pacific? We're in Pacific time now, in California. All right, let's go check this out. See if there's anybody in the museum shop. There's like a lot of Egyptology stuff here from the pyramid we'll see outside. And then we've got, he wrote a children's book also. International recognition. There's some of their merch. And these are just like some pamphlets and books about here? Okay. All right, well, thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Have fun.
I will. Well, she was very nice. And also, she told me that that staircase that we saw over there, because the mayor of Felicity is French, he has kind of like a little French flair on some of these things. So that stairwell that I said earlier was to nothing. That was part of the Statue of Liberty during the World's Fair. So that is interesting. Let's see here. History of California, 1850. And then History of Arizona, 1912. So we'll go to the right and check out the California history. Work our way up to that chapel. And then we'll head back down. 31st of the United States, September 9th, 1850, Eureka. Wow, this is cool. It's all polished granite too, engraved. And this is supposed to last a millennium, 1,000 years with history etched in granite. There's a cool etching of a ship. Wow, these are Those are etchings. Those are etched into the granite. Wow. Mexican, California. The Mexican-American War. Oh, cool. Check this out. The California condor. I remember when I was a kid, there was a big push that they were going extinct. Wingspan of 9 feet. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, there was a big push to help preserve them. Best route to California. Some sort of Zeppelin or something there. Wow, this is really cool. Bennett C. Riley, unlikely founder of the state of California. Huh. There's another observatory. Looks like one of the ones that are down in by Tucson. Kitt Peak. Wow, Iron Horse. 1796. Huh. Yeah, how many planes were built? Now, California, I believe, during World War II, it was like a big no-fly zone unless you were in the military. That's why towns like Quartzsite, the airstrips they had were kind of popular because you could still fly there, learn and get your flight training in, your hours in. History of the United States. I'm having to go down the dark side here because either the glare or my shadow would be on the other side of this wall. That's why I didn't go down the Arizona side first. Let's see. There's the Statue of Liberty. Christopher Columbus, 1451 to 1506. I'm just kind of doing a quick walkthrough because you can see you could be here a long time. There's all these different, there's flight history. Wow, there's just a ton of stuff to look at here. If you're a history buff, I really think this would be a place to come for you. The Great Seal. Exploring and expanding. Wow, Louisiana Purchase. That was a big one. 800,000 square miles at 3 cents per acre. Wow. Monroe Doctrine. The War of 1812. Oh, hey, he's coming to visit us. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, buddy. It's okay. Do you know me now? Are we okay? Are we best buds? All right. Well, hey, I got stuff to look at, buddy. Look what I found. A bell. This is a replica of the Liberty Bell. She said we could ring it. There you go. It's a half-scale replica. We still got he's still following us. Hey. Yeah, you might smell my dog. Oh. All right. No man is an island entire of itself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. So this is a history of humanity, Magna Carta. Yeah, that was a crucial document for sure. This is a lot about the Norman conquest of England, China. Oh, here we go. Human languages. Wow. Look at that tree of language. Iranian, Dardic, Indic. Wow. Nothing in excess. So I see there's lights down here. Oh, nothing in excess, Temple of Apollo. So it looks like they have this in different languages. Wow, it is super windy. Hope you guys can hear me okay. On and on. Well, there's looks like a mural down here. Sumerian. Oh, here's that. The sundial we looked at, that was supposed to be the finger of God that was pointing out the time. Well, this is cool. There's the early numbers. Sumerian, 36,000, 3,600, 600. The abacus was invented in 3000 BC. Some Mayan number. Oh, those are Egyptian hieroglyphics. Some Aztec. Wow. Yeah, I recommend if you like history, come by here. Look at that, and it just goes wall after wall after wall. He's a Seabee Traveler fan. Where are you going? It's okay. It's okay. All right. So we'll make our way up to the chapel here. That might be really cool. Black and white. We lost our buddy. All right, let's head up here. I think I'm stalling. I'm trying to get up these steps. That is so cool looking. You can kind of, from up here, you can kind of see the maze over there we're going to walk into as well. It's kind of late in the day, so we're going to have to speed up a little bit so we make sure we get in there before they close it up. Wow, look at that. Let's see, there's a plaque up here. Let's see what that says. Church of the Hill at Felicity. Dedicated on St. Felicity Day, March 7th, 2008. And this town was named after the mayor's wife, from what I heard. Wow, it's even windier up on this hill. It's gonna blow me over. There's a couple of plaques. Some stained glass window looking through this back window. All right, so let's go check out this maze. I don't know, looks like you might be able to get lost in there. Those concrete walls look pretty tall from here. Check out this rhinoceros. Wow, look at that. That's pretty, a lot of detail in there for being engraved and there's a lot of detail in these pictures. Oh, look at that one. Wow, Henry VIII. Wow. The Dome of Santa Maria. Wow, look at that detail. Michelangelo, statue of David, statue of David, Donatello. There's just so much to look at. Well, I think you get the gist of it. I'm just trying to find my way over to the maze. Well, the sun, we're walking almost directly into the sun, but at least it's open. The Maze of Honor. There's no way for me to shield out that sun, but all right. Well, if you guys don't get a video out in the next couple weeks, come look for me in the maze. I'm still trying to find my way out. Jacob Bruins. Oh wow, this is cool. Wow. It's all engraved in there too. Wow. There's a lot of space left. There's echo in here too. Let's see if we can find our way to the middle. There you go, it's Peyton Manning. That's hard to see. Well, I think we have found our way to the middle. It's President Lincoln. Well, and of course, you gotta have George Washington. Yeah, this is neat. And these walls are 6 feet high, I would say. All right, well, I think that's gonna do it for here. We're gonna head out. Well, as we're heading out, we'll see if we can stop by the Arizona history. The glare was just so bad we couldn't see anything. Well, the sun's going down pretty good. Might have better luck. We're going backwards from earliest to, or latest to earliest. And here you go. Rattlesnakes. Desert marigolds. Roadrunners. Age of steam. From Yuma to near site of today's Hoover Dam. So that went up the Colorado, a steamboat going up the Colorado River. So what is now, oh, there is a place I want to go visit, the Horseshoe Bend right there. That's on my bucket list. I just haven't made my way up to that part of Arizona yet. It's all the different types of wildlife. Scorpions. Yeah, one of the Marines from Iwo Jima was from just south of the Phoenix area. Ira Hayes. He's from Arizona. Johnny Cash wrote a song about Ira Hayes. All right, well, that is the history of Arizona. 48th, February 12th, February 14th, 1912. So in 1910, the population was 200,000, and in 2005, it was almost 6 million. Yeah, we've got a lot in Arizona. That's why I love it. Grand Canyon. But I do want to go take a look at those stairs over there too before we head out. Oh, this was fun. The center of the world. It's actually a little bit chilly. This wind. That's pretty, that low sun on it. All right, let's go take a quick look. Let's go take a quick look at this staircase. Well, looks like we have some desert bowling here. And I noticed over here there's a checkerboard. There's a little checkerboard there. Wow, do these stairs look weathered? Wow. Here's a plaque. Wow, look at that. See if I can get to the plaque here. The Eiffel Tower was built for the 1889 World Exposition in Paris, France. Oh, did I say Statue of Liberty? I meant the Eiffel Tower before. This section, number 12 of the original stairs, was climbed by many of the 100 million visitors to the Eiffel Tower between 1869 and 1983. Wow. And the mayor of Felicity, he bought these and brought them here. Wow, I'm gonna have to get a picture of that real quick, see if I can, before the sun really goes away. All right, well that is gonna do it from the Museum of History in Granite. This was a really cool place. There's just a little bit of color on those clouds over by that chapel. All right, well, what do you say? Let's go find some place to camp tonight. Wow, you can really see that wind is just ripping through here. But it's getting, you can also see it's getting kind of dark. And I know there's a place close by, the LTVA, but I don't want to pay tonight. And I know there's also a 14-day dispersed. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of people out there, so that's going to be nice. And I'm thinking with this, it's a good night to have this camper. I would not want to be sleeping in a tent in this kind of weather. All right, well, I found my way, and you can see there's not a lot of light left. So I think I'm just gonna take my time. There's one more turn to make, and there is nobody out here, so it's gonna be kind of nice staying out here by myself.
Seabee Traveler, wandering through time, exploring lost places, chasing every sign. In the rusty ruins where folks used to be, finding mysteries, ghosts sets the spirit free.
Well, I made it to my spot for the night. It's that 14-day Pilot Knob 14-day camping area. You can see it's dark. A little bit of light left, but so yeah, a little bit late, but and really windy still. So I think that's gonna do it. I'm gonna grab me something to eat real quick, and I'm gonna get tucked into bed. See you in the morning. Good morning. I slept good last night. It's nice and cool. The wind was blowing pretty much all night, but there is not a breath of wind right now. This is gorgeous. Let me show you something. That is the Pilot Knob LTVA. We're gonna go take a look over there. We drove by there last night. I was gonna see if there's some place by that to camp, but I actually came over to this 14-day dispersed camping. And then right over there is where we were, the center of the world, that Museum of History in Granite. So I'm pretty close. This is very pretty right now. I mean, you can see Interstate 8, so there was a little bit of traffic noise. Check that out, full moon, the Earth's shadow. It's a little bit different than some of the quartzite dispersed camping, but it served its purpose. And you can also, it's hard to see if I can zoom in for you. Still probably pretty hard to see, but there are sand dunes off in the horizon there. All right, let me grab something to eat, get some coffee, and we'll get this show started today. Wow, I just can't believe the difference in the weather, from blowing storm and dusty all over the place last night to it's just quiet. All I hear is some of that noise from the freeway right there. But I came in from the other direction, which is a little bit longer road. But I kind of think that I saw, when I drove by the LTVA, I saw a road that looked like it came this direction. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a lot quicker ride through here. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully it'll save me about 10 minutes. And that road coming out here, that it was a frontage road. That's the word I was trying to think of. That road was pretty rough, had a lot of cracks, and it was pretty bumpy. So this is going to save me some time, it looks like. And this is that RV park that we saw from that drone footage. This is just the other side of that. Yep, that was a lot quicker. It's good. I didn't want to go back on that other road. So the camp is just right here on the right. Man, that sun is really bad, isn't it? But you can see this is the front entrance, or the entrance to the Pilot Knob long-term visitor area. You can see you got trash enclosure, or the trash bins. And there's also a little kiosk up here. I'm just going to stop, see if it has anything to say. And then after that, we'll take a drive through the camp. Well, you see one camper already. A couple in the background. Let's see here. There's not a lot. This kind of talks about Juan Bautista. He came from the New World and kind of worked with the natives. Looks like they have a lot of watermelons there. Back there is where I actually stayed the night, in that direction. Get your trash bins over here. And take a look, there's not a lot of people here yet. There's a couple spotted out there. There's just not a lot to this one, is there? It's pretty basic. I gotta say though, it is convenient. It's right by, pretty close to the freeway. And Yuma is only about, 4 or 5 miles. Well, you can really get a good view up here. And just down that dirt road, about a mile, probably, is where I camped last night. And this gives you a good idea. There's just not a lot of people out here right now. They're pretty spread out. And also look at those sand dunes off in the distance. I think this is called Knob Hill. I think that's where Pilot Knob kind of got its name, these campgrounds. And that's going to be heading back towards Yuma. This is a good time of the day. I like when you see how close Interstate 8 is here. But I like the sun at this angle. And that's where we'll be getting back on the road. And off in the distance, you can see the center of the world. The church the chapel up on a hill. All right, what do you say? Let's go take a closer look at this. It's not huge, but it's pretty spread out. And it's also kind of interesting that this is the area where Patton was training his men to go for desert warfare in World War II. I didn't realize that he came down this far. I know that he was up around Quartzsite, Baus, Parker area, and into California, but yeah, I guess I just never put 2 and 2 together that he came down here as well. Let's see, I'm getting 4 bars on my phone, if you're interested in that. So it's pretty good cell service here. Of course, we are pretty close to Yuma, so you might expect to get some good service here. Another convenient thing for this campground You can kind of see in the distance there are those sand dunes. That's only about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes away. So I think maybe we'll head over there after we're done with this campground, because there is something I want to take a look at over there. And right now, I mean, I don't know if these campers use this campground for getting over to the dunes, a good place to stay. I know there's camping over there as well, but it's probably pretty crowded at those campgrounds. And it's such a short drive. Well, this is getting kind of towards the back of the campground, a little bit closer to those dunes. But there's a couple of campers out here, just kind of spaced out really nice. Well, it's got to be peaceful way back here. A lot of campers come down here from Quartzsite after the shows are all done. They'll come down here, and these LTVAs, I'm going to get turned around here, start heading back. But you can see there's more out here. They're just spread out quite a ways while they can. But if you get your permit for the Quartzsite area, you can come down here, and permit still works for you. It's all BLM land. How pretty is that with the sun coming up behind that mountain right there? That's a pretty good advantage for this campground too, is that sun is hidden behind that mountain just a little bit longer, stay in the shade. All right, well, we're making our way back to the entrance because I wanted to go check out those the sand dunes. There's a plank, the old plank road. There's a little section, little memorial there. I wanted to go check that out. Unless I missed it in this campground, I didn't see like a sewage dump station. So I know there's a couple in Quartzsite that don't have them. So this one, it probably doesn't have the water or something to sustain that. So, but I did not notice that. But you have good cell service. All right, let's get out to those the sand dunes. I'm really looking forward to checking out that old plank road. I've never been there before. I've heard about it, and I looked it up, and we're only about, I think it's, like I say, 15, 20 minutes away. So it's well worth going to check out while I'm out here. We are just about to enter into the Imperial Dunes recreation area. Big old canal right through them. I wonder how often they have to dredge that when that sand blowing across, filling that thing up. That'd be interesting to know. As a kid, we always drove from Quartzsite area. We always drove through Glamis to get down to San Diego. Oh, he's got his stuff ready to go to the dunes. Look at that. But as a kid, we would go through Glamis, which is part of the same dune complex, I guess you would say. But it's a little bit farther north. And I've driven through here, but I've never stopped at these dunes. I've just kind of been passing through on my way to San Diego on this southern route. But they've always, and wow, here's my exit. We are hitting these dunes at the right time. The sun is still kind of low, so there's going to be some really cool shadow effects. I think we hit just the right time. So before the sun gets up too high, I'm going to find a place up here and see if I can't get some aerial footage of these dunes with the sun at this really nice angle. Oh, this is exciting. And then from there, we'll head over to check out the Plank Road, which I've never been to before. There's a campground right here. Looks pretty busy. I know this isn't the main one. I think there's another one, Buttercup or something, a little bit farther. Wow, just look how, as a kid, I've always just loved coming to these dunes. I couldn't imagine being in like the Sahara where it's just hundreds and hundreds of miles of these things. All right, well, I gotta see if I can't find a safe spot here to get up and check out the view from above. Wow, just look at this. Nice crystal clear day, no wind, and just beautiful time of the day to stop by and see these dunes, especially from up here. Cool little campground there. Now to camp here, it is fee-based. I saw some signs. But wow, just look. That's almost down probably into Mexico. These dunes extend south like that. Just beautiful time of the day. I knew we were going to get lucky and see these things. Oh, the shadows are beautiful. Wow. And that's heading towards San Diego, looking west. I kind of like this canal running straight through there. If you do know how they keep it clean with all the blowing sand, that'd be interesting to me to know. And that's looking north. These dunes go all the way up into Glamis. And somewhere out there, they supposedly filmed part of the Star Wars movies. Wow. I'm so glad that I stopped and got that, the drone up there. I actually got a couple drone pictures that I'll show you guys, but that was just beautiful. Now we're off to that Plank Road. It's not too far up here. There's another campground. There's not much to that one though, is it? And I'm sure, and these guys all use these for the dunes, but it's just like a one long road, or one road there's lineal campground. Oh man, that's just camping right next to each other, aren't they? End to end. But that'd be a blast hanging out there doing that kind of thing with your friends, and they probably know each other from being out here so much, would be my guess. Because I do know a lot of people that come out and do this kind of thing 3-4 times a year. So it's a little community. I'm sure they all kind of know each other. Well, here is our destination up here on the left, and nope, nobody's there, so we'll have the place to ourselves. Wow, this is a real piece of history and ingenuity. I've never been here before. I've seen some pictures of it, and it's always intrigued me, and I wanted to come out here finally and get a look at this thing. Not much to it, but boy, I think it's an important part of history for this region. So let me get parked. We will check it out. Wow, let's check this out. I see a plaque here. Try and duck down here so that you can see it. This unique plank road, 7 miles long, was the only means early motorists had for crossing the treacherous Imperial sand dunes. The 8 by 12 foot sections were moved with a team of horses whenever the shifting sands covered portions of the road. Double sections were placed at intervals to permit vehicles to pass. Wow. That is so cool. Let's see what the storyboards have to say. Plank Road through the years, 1915 to 1926. Look at that. Oh, there's a double plank section, so you can pull over. Spirit of adventure was part of the experience, right? Commerce was greatly expanded. Wow, this is, they would build them off site and then bring them here for assembly. And this kind of talks about, they dug some of it up and put at this memorial. 400 volunteers worked to recover and preserve Plank Road. I'm so glad they did that, because this is neat. They have a little section here historic Plank Road historic site. Plank Road travelers looked for turnouts marked with old tires. Somebody put a tire up there. But here's an up close view of these. Wow. It is sturdy, that's for sure. Let's go check it out. Wow, it's going up that hill. That would be, you'd think gravity would and vibration would kind of let it slide apart in places, but maybe they had some sort of stakes or something buried down. Here's a view of this one. This was maybe a pullover. Maybe this was like a pullover section. You had the main road, then a small part on each side so you can let other cars pass. I see lots of footprints in there. Maybe we can get a little bit closer. I always love walking down. Feel like you're walking on history right here. Oh, look at these things. That's what tied them all together. So they had one along, kind of like a train track, one along the bottom, and then all these planks across, perpendicular to those, tied together by 3 steel straps. That is neat. It's ingenuity right there. Good old American ingenuity. And also, it's hard to see, but just past those power lines is the Mexico border. It's a big fence. And there's even some people camping over there. Oh man, all right, well, this was a great little stop. Glad I did it. So I think we'll head back to the truck now. And yeah, I've got some other pretty cool places to stop and check out. All right, well, that was very cool. Now I think we're going to try and make our way up to Imperial Dam long term. I've never been there before, but I have heard some really cool things about it. So can't wait to get up there and check that out. This is that rest area that we saw from above. And it's right in the middle of the freeway too. I don't know how do you exit just to the inside? Exit left, I guess. Alright, well here's the entrance to the recreation area, and you can see this is where you're going to get your permits for use and for camping. And then the exit back onto Interstate 8 is just up here. Boy, it looks like they had some they've got a little lot with some razors in it, probably for, I don't know, camp maintenance, that type of thing. Alright, well, we're about 45 minutes or so if you drive straight through to the Imperial Dam, LTVA. But, you know me, I always tend to find a couple spots that catch my eye. So it could take me a little bit longer than that, but we'll see. And also, I'd like to remind you to click that like button if you like this kind of content. It helps the channel grow. It helps me be able to get out and get more video like this. So yeah, by liking, subscribing, commenting, I try and get back to all the comments that I can. So yeah, that really does help the channel grow, so I would appreciate that. Alright, well, we're just about to our turn off, and the Google tells me that it's a lot of zigs and zags to get out to the campground. But I did find there's a couple places I want to stop and take a look at and see how interesting they are. A little bit of history on one, some pretty views on one. So yeah, like I say, it does usually take me longer than normal to get to some place. We should be getting pretty close to my first stop, and man, it is, oh, there's somebody camping over here, so there might be, I don't know if you can camp off the road here or not. I didn't check into that. Yeah, it's pretty dry out here. Oh, and here's this canal. I think it actually runs pretty close to the border for a long ways, headed down to, or I think it helps irrigate the Brawley area, all those fields, Brawley, El Centro. I think it's part of the system that helps irrigate that. All right, yeah, it's right up here. I wanted to stop by this. It's an old stage station. It was built back in 1856. Now it's called Aweigh Stage Station, but information's kind of scarce, so it could also be known as Pilot Knob Stage Station. They're not too sure, but it was part of the Butterfield stage route. All right, well, let me get parked and we'll check this bad boy out. Well, let's check out this. This is an old stage station in Aweigh, California. Wow, look at this. Oh man. Wow, it doesn't have much longer, does it? I don't know if that was like an old window. I mean, just something to look out of. But you can kind of see up here where there was wood. And there's still some wood up there. Looks like probably had some posts across for the roof. It's just falling over and returning back to earth. And this wall looks like it's getting pretty close to falling over too. Another big windstorm blowing from the right direction. This is 2 layers thick. Check that out. Nice green palm trees down there. Yeah, there's more of those. So they must have had beams going through there to get for the roof. One thing I noticed here, and I'm wondering, is looks like there may have been a door here that was sealed up. You can see that wood beam across the top. Just looks to me like there was a door there at one time. I just love this kind of stuff. All right, well, let's keep on keeping on. Well, that was some fun stuff right there. But we still have a little ways to go. We're probably only about 20 minutes into the drive, maybe. But it's a fun stop. So it's well worth the stop for me because I really enjoy doing this kind of thing. A little greener over here, huh? Look just like it must get some. Oh wow, look. There was a fire through here. Huh, wow. A little sandy as well. Wow, look at all those trees along there that were burned. Boy, they weren't wrong. This road does zig and zag a lot. If I didn't have my maps, I surely wouldn't have been able to find this. When I was doing my research on how to get out here, I noticed there is a ton of agriculture, and there's a lot of these date gardens or orchards. They called it a date garden on that sign back there. There's a lot of these, and then you run into fields like this. A lot of crops growing out here. So they need all those canals. And along the Colorado up here, they put some smaller dams for that water retention reservoirs. They sure need it. Just to the right of us it's really the Colorado River, and there's a dam up ahead, Laguna Dam. I wanted to stop out real quick, but that's the Colorado River on the right. Some of the canals which are over to the left of us are bigger than the Colorado. Wow, it is really it's shrunk down here. But let me find a spot so I can check this place out too. I thought this was a pretty cool thing just to stop and look at real quick. It's like mesmerizing to stand here and watch that. I like how they have that concrete in there breaking it up so it's not a big torrent as it runs down. But this is on the reservation. Oh wow, take a look at, there is a huge plane flying over. It's gotta be a military cargo. Wow, look at that thing. Maybe it's going to the Marine Corps Air Station. Wow. No fly zone for the drone for sure. Wow, and then we have this is definitely a no-fly zone. Wow, those are cool. Sound of freedom right there. Sound of freedom. Love that. All right, well, I think we're gonna head on. Wow, that's still hard for me to believe that that's the Colorado River. I'm used to seeing it up by Ehrenberg or Blythe. I guess once it gets to the Imperial Dam, it shrinks down a little bit. They're getting some fishing in down there. I saw that sign that said around here you have to make sure to get permits for your fishing, a reservation permit, I should say. Oh, and wow, check this out. There's even more fire damage through here. I saw this real quick. I wanted to stop by. It's a part of like a wildlife refuge area. You can drive down here, little viewpoint. So I thought on my way, we're getting close to the Imperial Dam LTVA, but I just wanted to stop and take a look at this. It looked nice from the road. And there's a lot of these these wildlife areas or refuge. And when you're looking at a map in this whole area, it's like a lot of waterways and wildlife refuge. There's some camping along them, and across the lake you can see that's a pretty built up area over there. That looks nice over there. It's like a refuge. This is beautiful. I like all these golden reeds. Palm trees sticking out. This is beautiful view right here, isn't it? Wow, look at this. This is beautiful. Some of these trees are turning a little bit, turning orange. Look like salt cedars or something, but there is tons and tons of ducks out there. Way off in the distance is that Imperial Dam. All right, let's head up to the campground, finally. Hey, I warned you, it takes me a while to get to some places, especially, oh hey, there's some wild burros up there on the road right there. Check it out. I forgot they had them over here on this side of the Colorado. It's always neat, but looks like we're here. Before we get to the campground, I'm gonna find a spot and get a lay of the land from above so we know what we're looking at when we're driving through. All right, so that is the Senator Wash Reservoir, and the road that we were driving on, just right there before you get to it is the entrance to the campground. They've got some pretty big water reservoir for the campground. You can see this one is more popular. There's a lot of people here already, but it's not full. I can't imagine what this looks like in January, February, after the show's up in Quartzsite. A lot of people flock down here. Just look how expansive it is down here. Man, it goes on for a long ways. This is cool. And that's the road that we came in on, and you can see the preserve lookout right there that we stopped at. And that's the Colorado River. Some more reservoirs. And we're making our way back to the Senator Wash Reservoir. Let's go check this out on the ground. There's camping along the road here on the right, and that's like a little dispersed camping area. I don't know much about that, if you need permits to camp over there. It just should be just right up here is the entrance. I see a sign up there. And there's some more camping on the right here. Yeah, I just don't know enough about that to comment about it, but there's a lot of people staying over there. And that road will take you over to over the reservoir to another campground over there. But we finally made it. Wow, look at this. This is impressive. You know what, let's go take a look. The potable water area here. See somebody filling up. They have quite a few places. Wow, I'm still impressed. I think this is way bigger than anything Quartzsite has. While we're here, we'll go ahead and take a look at the sewage dump sites too. You know, I see this a lot here too, is people pulling their portable tanks on trailers. Alright, well, let's head into the campground itself. Looks like there's a little bit of a line. There's like a self-pay kiosk on the right. We'll have to come back and take a look at that. Yeah, I imagine a lot of boaters. Looks like if you take a right here, you can get down to the water. But this is probably pretty popular because of all the water that's around. Lots of stuff to do. A lot of picnic tables in this day use area to the right. And somewhere out here I saw there is a music pavilion. I don't know where it's at, but I saw it on the map somewhere. Pretty big bathroom right here. No, they don't have showers here, but a couple miles down the road is the TK Jones campground, and they have hot showers in there. They're runoff tokens, and from what I read, a token costs $1 and it lasts about 7 minutes. So there you go. And also, cell service check. I'm at about 2 bars. I'd imagine that's because you're farther from town, and also as the population is condensed like this in certain areas, it probably bogs down some of the service too. But I'm at a solid 2 bars. Keeps dropping 2 to 3. Oh, look, he's hauling back. He just dumped his sewage. That's what I mean. They have these they're portable tanks on these little trailers and haul them back. Alright, well, it looks like that's the end of the pavement, so we will go a little bit farther down here so you can kind of get a view. It is busier than I expected down here. But again, you can see why with all the water, probably fishing, the weather's beautiful. Now yesterday it was kind of windy, so I wonder what it was like with all that wind, if it was blowing a lot of dust, or if they water the roads at all when it gets windy like that. But there's a lot of people out here already. Look at this pathways on the rocks. Same kind of thing down here as they do up in Quartzsite. Well, I don't know, we're not going to drive miles back here, but you could. Looks like you could drive way back there. Alright, well, I think you have a general idea, get the gist of what's going on out here. But I'm gonna turn around because I do want to get back and take a look at that self-pay kiosk, see what that's all about, and see any other little amenities they have down there that I might have missed.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.
All right, well, I see a little storyboard here. It's right by, looks like it's right by the camp host. They got a nice setup, don't they? All tarped in. I wonder how it held up during the winds yesterday. But let's take a quick look at these storyboards. See what the board, oh, there's a little community board with little posts on it. And back here we have no fireworks. Globally important bird area. This is a really nice campground. Tread lightly. Traveling only where permitted, and no hunting allowed within half a mile or more outside the LTVA. Well, I wasn't expecting this. It's such a nice campground. Busy, lots of activities with that river right there. Maybe we'll take a quick walk over there just to see. Day use only. Yeah, lots of recreational vehicles over here too. A motorcycle. So you can get down to the lake here. Look at that. How pretty is that? Such a beautiful day. Wind's picking up just a tiny little bit, but it is probably 60 degrees, and boy, is that awesome weather. Of course, I don't know what else would you expect? There's in the desert, in a winter in the desert, I should say. In November. He's got a set up there, doesn't he? Let's see, here's a pay station. It's got some rates for you. Oh, it's $15 overnight fee. Free rates per motor vehicle, fee rates, $10 day use. So this is for the day use self-pay, and there's also a shed right there. You can get your permit for your camping, long-term camping. Wow, isn't this beautiful? This is a beautiful place. All right, well, that's going to do it for our long-term visitors near Yuma, Imperial Dam, and also that Knob Hill LTVA down there. But this one, for this video, this one's my favorite. It's pretty busy, much more busy, but it's a lot nicer. But anyways, we are going to sign off, and just remember, never say goodbye. Always see you later.